So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check, 59. Drop deep.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
That's right.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's going to go deep down the left. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Dolphins. 51 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the delay, it's Howard. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is Parker, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll throw again. Bridgewater under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now. And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. He's a 2nd-round pick, a solid 2nd-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder? You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's prestige. Everyone wants to be. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. Look how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 69 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Play fake. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Gurley again here. first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. The open man is Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's got the lead. Here in the second quarter, he's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Costello. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check back. Whip.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Strip that ball.
Bridgewater. And finding the tight end Hooper. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard, 73 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he only needed 2 yards. It was 3rd and 2, but he found a way to make the Red Sea part.
And remember, it's 3rd and 2. In the NFL, that's not automatically a running down. Most of the time, it's a passing play. So in this case, now they're probably loosened up just a little bit, thinking pass. They hit him with the run, and boy, did they hit him big. Is he still going? I mean, Mike, he called the touchdown, right?
That's it. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one complete on the slant route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Shaq Lawson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Back to throw. Costello, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. And it's complete. Hooper. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Austin Hooper, 32 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. From the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. Costello. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now! Go! 51. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Go! 51. Go!
Operating from the gun. Costello. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. We got to get the ball, D. Get it.
The final shot before break. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we have reached half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Check 24, check 24. Hatch it. Hey, check 24, check 24. Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
50. Go. Hey, team 6. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. Hey. 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Costello. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
There we go. Nice move.
3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Look at me. Go.
2nd and 4. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
65.
On first down, McFarland. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Go now.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Minshew throwing on third down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, baby.
And now here comes Kansas City. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Pushes past him. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And their first down. Orvis. 50's the mic.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something. Out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Just like that.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. Switch.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Watch the sled. Let's go.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive, not much sense. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mahomes going to throw. That one complete to Yeldon. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now here's Mahomes. He finds Yeldon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes.
Go! Let's go! Ready!
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek. ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get off the field.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3, check 3. Rock it.
Now they try the right side here. Finding room at the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Let's go. AT Gator. So we got man. Check. You draw quarter. Now. He's mine. Let's go.
And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Brashad Perriman in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. they can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. 47 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. 30 base. Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's stop right there. 4 down, check.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Come on.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
We got this.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check.
Big grip.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the 4th quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.